Six Flags has gone through a lot of, phases. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. The spending spree phase, the building phase, and the cheap phase. Recently, Six Flags was down pretty hard due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That, combined with a CEO change, has led to a shift in the change strategy, at least to a certain extent. The Jim Reed Anderson era was headlined with cheap and bold additions coupled with cheap season passes, memberships, and ticket prices. The Mike Spanos era has finally gotten the chance to take form as the pandemic slowly fades away. With the recent announcement of Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger and the way Six Flags has chosen to reshape their season passes, I think there's definitely a clear message being sent from up top. Today I'll be breaking all of this down, plus I'll be explaining what this can mean for all us consumers and how their strategy seems to compare. Before we jump into all of that, make sure to do me a huge favor by liking this video, as that is the easiest way to show your support for the channel. Plus, make sure to subscribe for more coaster related content like this coming soon. Alright, with that being said, let's hop right in. I think the first thing we need to take a look at is the new rides that Six Flags is installing for 2022. There's not a whole lot brand new coming in 2022 to Six Flags parks, mainly due to a lot of rides being delayed until 2022, so that has taken a lot of parks off the board. The big headliner that has actually been announced is Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger heading to Six Flags Fiesta Texas. This is actually going to be a B&M dive coaster, which no Six Flags park currently has. B&M dive coasters are known to be very expensive in general and aren't something someone who is trying to save money would look to purchase. However, these coasters seem to have good quality in all of the key categories. These coasters deliver fun, thrilling, high capacity, reliable, and visually pleasing experiences. Dive coasters are definitely up there for some of the most general public friendly models. The main draw is that the train stops at the top of the drop and sort of just hangs you there, which seems to be really scary for someone who's never seen or experienced this before. A ride like this is also great for advertising and probably one of the easiest coasters to advertise in general. It's pretty tricky to advertise a 100-foot tall RMC versus a dive coaster that the GP literally flocked to. Like, just imagine you're brainstorming for advertising schemes and you're just like getting an RMC or something and you're like, what are our options? I know, the tallest, fastest hybrid coaster in the northeastern corner of Maine. With a dive coaster, you can be like, it's only 100 feet tall, but it hangs you over the edge. Oh my god. Oh. Especially when you have the name Cliffhanger. Makes it real easy for the GP to remember what the coaster is all about. Anyways, the other headlining attraction going to the Six Flags chain next year is an unnamed RMC Raptor going to Six Flags Magic Mountain, which should be opening in 2022, as construction has moved very quickly for this coaster. However, the fact that this coaster hasn't been announced as of the making of this video has me a bit concerned. Now, regardless of when this ride opens, I think the message will remain the same. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this project, first go check out the video I did on this project, but in short, this video is said to be an extended Jersey Devil clone. This will mean that the coaster will be a higher capacity and less intense roller coaster compared to the original Raptor clone, similar to Jersey Devil. I think this will follow the more gimmicky, less intense blueprint that Dr. Diabolical will. RMC Raptors tend to be on the cheaper side, but this should also be the 20th roller coaster for Six Flags Magic Mountain, and there's only so many things this park can add given the lineup and space limitations that Magic Mountain has, so this overall makes a lot of sense. Six Flags Over Texas has also announced a new customized dark ride as well. I think this move reflects Six Flags trying to make each park feel a little more localized. I say that because this ride will sort of be a throwback to the park's original cave-themed dark ride. I think there's a lot of corporate rules that Six Flags parks abide by, but I think that might be changing, especially since chain-wide announcements are no more. Another thing that gave this away to me was a change in the season pass structure for all Six Flags parks, but I'll get to that in a minute. Overall, I think that Six Flags is starting to show the tendency of choosing quality over quantity, more like Cedar Fair does, at least when it comes to additions and refurbishments. Six Flags recently put out their 2022 season passes, and there's a lot of significant changes compared to last year and the year before. The first thing you'll probably notice is that the prices have been raised about $15 to $20 depending on what park you bought your pass at for last season. For me, Darien Lake season pass was $50 for last year and $65 $75 for new pass holders for this upcoming season. This doesn't really surprise me considering that the goal was just to get people back in the park for this year, so it works out. The big one is that the only park you can visit with your pass is the park you purchase it for. Yep, that's right. Six Flags is no longer allowing you to visit all of the other parks in the chain with just a season pass. Now the good news is you can still get into all the parks with a membership, so that is a positive. The cheapest membership totals to about $90 a year at Darien Lake, so that is still a great deal all things considered. You'll just have to make monthly payments opposed to one big payment up front. This move has honestly gotten a lot of positive reception, at least from what I've seen in the coaster community. I've always snagged season passes to take advantage of the cheap prices, and I just buy the dining pass so I can get the drink cup as well. I honestly believe that admission and season pass prices were getting so low to the point where parks could be slammed on any given day due to this. Especially with all the carryovers from 2020 definitely hurt the overall experience at parks in 2021. I think the new pass structure combined with the more expensive additions are looking to have Six Flags becoming more like Cedar Fair in terms of business tactics. I think Six Flags is going to be moving away from cheap additions from the Jim Reed Anderson era to more of a Cedar Fair like pattern of additions. I think we'll be seeing one or two big coasters a year throughout the chain and maybe a few smaller rides, but there won't be additions for every single park every single year. I don't think they'll be totally copying Cedar Fair, but they'll be taking what worked well from the Jim Reed Anderson era, such as RMCs, and combining them with the occasional B&M or more hefty addition in exchange for not giving every park cheaper additions every single year. I think Six Flags will get a little more expensive in return than they were before, but they won't be hitting anywhere near Cedar Fair Platinum Pass levels for passes that allow you to get to all the park. I think Six Flags will still fill the role of the discount chain, but prices will be raised a tad in exchange for an increase in quality. Another thing I've noticed from visiting a few Six Flags parks this year is that a lot of areas getting new rides are being upgraded and the quality of their parks are slowly increasing and the parks seem to get cleaner and cleaner every time I visit. I also think this will lead to a little less advertising in parks as well, which should be welcome from many people. I think these changes will improve the guest experience all around and I'm pretty happy about that. I think Six Flags is moving in the right direction. I think Six Flags will be upping their game a bit going forward. I don't think we'll be seeing any Giga coasters from them, but I do think the quality of their parks and their future additions will be marginally increased. This gets me excited because I think we'll see some of the best qualities from the Jim Reed Anderson era that we all enjoyed, such as RMCs and the occasional bold prototype. But I think they'll be coupled with some newer, more expensive additions, which is very exciting and opens up a boatload of possibilities for the future. That's really all I got for you today. Make sure to tell me any of your comments regarding the shift in the business strategy of the chain, and if you think this will be a good thing or not a good thing down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Six Flags and other amusement park related content coming very soon. With all that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching and I'll see you all in the next video.